told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gonna die today.
My name is Richy, Midwest City, Oklahoma, and this is the OakA you tuning into.
I feel like I'm Gucci Mane in 2007. Only reason why you want that case because you want her telling real.
Alright, man, we're here with young Richy. How you doing, man?
Good, how y'all doing?
I'm good, man. I feel like we're doing this November 6th. It's kind of a crazy day.
Man,
don't know who the president is.
Watch King Von.
King Von just got killed.
Man, that shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
I seen that shit. I was like, damn.
I saw you on Twitter. Yeah.
I thought that shit was fake, bro. I ain't even gonna care.
Shit is wild. I don't know. Yeah. They got people in Baton Rouge. They said that the police did it in Atlanta. So I don't know what's going on. That shit gonna be ugly either way, but.
Man, shit, it's gonna get wicked, bro.
Yeah.
I hope shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. This shit, Oklahoma just built somewhere else shit too though. It's just my head all over the place. I just lost a homie and all. This shit wild as fuck. Yeah, bro.
Well, let's get into you. So you were born and raised Oklahoma City?
Yeah, Midwest City. Grew up over there. Born in Oklahoma type shit.
Okay.
On the east. Like, born on the east, raised in Midwest City at my grandma's and shit.
Okay, so when you coming up, are you playing sports out there, or is music always been your thing?
Shit, it was really music. I couldn't, I wanted to hoop, but I'm like, shit, I'm too short for this. I can't hoop, so shit, fuck this hoop shit. I know how to rap. So shit, that's what niggas is on.
Okay, so you just started out, you just freestyling, or what do you,
I started off, shit, really, I was writing, and then like, when I started, it was just on some like playing shit, just trying to see if I could do this shit or not. Cause people always was like, shit, you can rap. And so shit, I tried it out. Nigga know how to rap. So when it turned into like high school, that's when I really, you know what I'm saying, start rapping for real.
Okay, so what year was that?
Like 2013.
2013, so you've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, out back then it was just some shit to do, like just trying to see if they was gonna fuck with it or not. They weren't fucking with me. You know, they was like, man, hell no, like you trying to be a rapper, your ass a dreamer, like you can't even rap for real. And you know how that shit go. And then you know you get better on and better on. So shit, I got better. The better I got, the quality got better. Shit, they start fucking with me. So about like shit, 16, 17, that's when I took it shit. That's when my daddy died and shit. So my daddy died, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm finna do this shit for real. Cause like the last real talk we had, he was like, shit, you really can do this shit, like you really can rap, like you really, if you do this shit for real, like shit, you can do that shit. So I just started rapping for real. That's when I linked with GQ. Y'all know GQ Guap Kid.
Yeah, for sure.
That was Big Bro and shit. So when I linked with him, he fucked with a nigga, he was like, shit, I got a studio, we pull up, I'll fuck with you. We did Rags to Richy too, cause the first one I did, that shit was whack. That shit was, we did that shit at Woodlands. Yeah, that's when we used to go to Woodlands and shit. We couldn't afford, nigga couldn't afford studio time. I mean, I could afford studio time, but I couldn't get it mixed. So shit, GQ, he started fucking with me like, shit, I'll mix your shit all day. Just pay to get it on spit rhythm. Shit, that's like the first real tape a nigga did. Dropped it on Spirit Rilla, got a little action. That's like my leaving my junior year on God. So when I came back senior year, nigga had a little buzz and whatnot, and that's when I started taking it serious.
Okay, so you touched on it a little bit. Do you feel like your dad passing away had something to do with you feeling like, let me take this serious? Was that an influence on you, like?
Hell yeah, it definitely was. Because it was like, everybody know I rapped, and then like, when he died and shit, everybody was like fucked up about it. And then people was telling me like, shit, you got a story now, like shit, you got a reason to like, do this shit now, so I'm like, hell yeah. And then it's just, when he died, shit, I just went hard. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna kill everything, shit, every bit they give me, I'm gonna hop on that motherfucker and just do it for him, no matter what type of song it is. So yeah, he had an influence on me.
Yeah, okay, so then as far as like the music side of things, was there anybody that you, when you were starting out, that you looked to like stylistically, as far as just Did you have anybody when you were younger that you tried to imitate when you were starting out?
Like, it was Wayne, cause like Wayne, you know, he knew how to freestyle and shit. You know, we heard about how he go in there and do the mixtapes. He hop on everybody's shit. So it was Wayne. It was Nip, because I fuck with Nip heavy because he was like a CEO and shit. He was independent. He owned all this shit. He had money and shit. He put off for his neighborhood and shit. So I was like, I fuck with Nip. So it was Wayne, Nip, Master P. He didn't have it like not on no like rapping shit. He had it on some independent shit as well, owning everything. So it was really them type. And T.R. because my daddy liked T.R. That was his favorite rapper. So yeah, it was them.
Okay, so if you had to pick 3 people, it doesn't have to be any of those people that you named, but just 3 collabs, put like no limits on it. No, you could be somebody that's passed away, somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, major, big artist, anybody. If you had 3 people that you would collab with on a song, what would it be?
It would be Tupac, T. Cole. That'd be some like different shit too though. And then I'll do a song with Eddie. It had to be a different genre. So shit. Fuck. I'll probably do a song with Michael Jackson. Cause that'd be some different shit too. That'd be some hard shit. And then of course, it'd be Nip. That shit crazy, all 3 of them dog. They just see. But shit, that's who all like shit I wanna work with for real. Shit, I wanted to work with Nip when shit before he died. Mm-hmm. Everybody was like Nip fans when he died and shit. I was a Nip fan like.
Facts, Mailbox Money, all that. We were listening to that shit
like yeah, you feel me? Like everybody was Nip fans with like either Victory Lap dropped or when he died. Yeah. Like I was fucking with Nip like Crenshaw when shit dropped, like in high school. So all that fake Nip shit, nah. Like everybody trying to be Crips and shit. We know who y'all is. On God, cause in the city a lot of niggas was I'm from neighborhood, I'm crippin'. Like, no, you were not, nigga. Like, you just listen to Nipsey Hussle, bro. You was not a crip, bro. So yeah, that shit goofy to me. I don't like that shit.
Okay, so let's just go right into that. How do you feel like the status of OakA? You touched on it a little bit as far as like how it's hot right now. I want to focus more on like the music side of stuff. What do you feel like the status of Oklahoma City is, just as far as like, obviously you said you've been rapping for a long time, just from then to now, like the growth that the city has had?
Shit, back then, it was like, they could support more, cause like back then it was like, shit, if you was a rapper, niggas would be like, stop, like you not no rapper, you a drink. But like now, this shit coming up, I can't cap, niggas out here doing their thing, getting their money, getting their streams up. But at the same time, a lot of people gotta find their sound. Like I ain't knocking nobody. Like a lot of people, some people got their sound, some people don't got their sound.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like shit, it's coming up from back then. Like the way it is now, it's how we wanted it back then. Cause like now, shit, a lot of people doing their thing. People are here getting off. It's like the June dude, y'all heard of June?
Yeah, Gangside.
I fuck with him. That's cause like shit, just seeing him, I ain't gonna lie, like I've been rapping a long time, but shit, just seeing him come up, it's like shit, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Cause like that shit long. Cause like shit, me and Wayne getting labor office like that, the nigga ain't like a lot of niggas in the city that made history, but a lot of niggas ain't did it like that. You can't hate on him. You gotta congratulate.
Yeah, so one thing about him, I know Tulsa really supported him for a while before he kind of got like the mainstream exposure. Do you feel like Oklahoma City is kind of lacking there? Me personally, I feel like it's a lot going on in Oklahoma City. People don't really support each other as much as they could still.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they need that shit. We need to find somebody like that. Like shit, find the artist and push him just like shit, how they pushed him. Cause it's like shit, y'all support him, and he from Tulsa, like no disrespect to Tulsa, you know what I'm saying? But like shit, it's niggas out here too, and OKC that y'all could be shit, y'all can turn up like that. So if everybody support more and all that, cause out here like I said, like shit, a lot of niggas fuck with each other, but then again they don't. Everybody want to be in competition and shit. Everybody want to be on some shit. He rub, but shit I rub too. I'm bitter. Like all that shit don't matter, bro. Cause shit, this niggas, you go to Atlanta, all them niggas probably feel like that, but all them niggas support each other too. All them niggas got paper too. All them niggas got their own label or their song too. So shit, we gotta think like that. We can't be cutthroat and shit. That shit work.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you where Big Ten came from. Just you had a project called Big Ten. You kind of refer to yourself that a lot. Where was that?
Shit, it's like I grew up on in New York City on 10th Street and shit. You know, that's what it's a gang area. I don't bang, I don't do that shit. Everybody do the red, blue, I like green. I don't do the gang bang shit. It's just that's where I grew up at. A lot of shit happened over there, good, bad. You know what I'm saying? My grandma's house since shit 91. So shit, it's just I grew up on the 10th and shit, on the 10th area. And shit, I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna do a song. Like, the homies was like, they was calling me that shit like they made that shit up, to be real. Like, people made that shit up. So I was like, shit, I was going by Big Richy and Big Ten. So I'm like, fuck it. They was like, you need to just drop a tape called Big Ten. And I was like, that's cool. And I'm gonna drop like the way I'm gonna do it. Cause a lot of niggas got these big, you know what I'm saying, big this, big that. So shit, I was like, they called me Big Ten, I'm gonna drop a tape, and I'm gonna do 10 songs on that motherfucker. And then I had GQ down there, he produced over half of it and shit, and we just dropped that motherfucker. So yeah, that's how that came about.
Okay, so what was it, you touched on a little bit, what do you feel like kept you out of like gangs and all that? It's hard, especially when you're surrounded by it, to not choose a side. So what was the influence to make you, even at a young age, feel like that was the way to go?
I mean, shit, I always had music and all that shit. I know niggas from both sides. I fuck with both sides. That shit just didn't matter to me. It's like I say, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you can get in that shit. If they wanted me in that shit, I'm like, nah, that shit ain't for me. They wanted me in that shit when I was young. They wanted me in that shit when I was older. But then it's like, when you young, I'm like, nah, I'm on some school, I'm on some music, I'm on some money shit. And then when you get older, it's like, shit, I'm too old, you know? I'm 18. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't finna jump off the porch.
Yeah, for sure.
On no gang shit, on some grown man shit. I just stayed out there shit. Cause I had homies on both sides and I just ain't wanna be like, shit, I chose this shit. I'm gonna be beefing with niggas I grew up with. Like, I fuck with that shit. Nah, I ain't doing that shit.
For sure. So, explain what HME is to us, or for people that don't know.
Shit, it's there for 100 mil. I know it sounds like some cliche shit, but to me, it's like 100 mil ain't just, oh, you trying to make 100 mil, or it's like on some, it's bigger than that. It's like, I got a big ass family. So it's like, shit, I think I need $1 million for every family member, everybody who passed, all that. I'm trying to get rich, not just for me. I'm trying to take care of my friends, my families, my homies, everybody, they family shit. I'm trying to make sure everybody, it ain't just no whack ass shit like everybody make it seem. It's some like shit, feeding the fam, taking care of your people. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. That's all the stand for, basically.
Okay. So is that like, that's a label you're doing, or just kind of like a click, or just something that you've adopted yourself, or what?
Yeah, I made it up myself. I started this shit like freshman year in high school and shit. You know, I just been running with it ever since. Cause everybody, they got their own shit. I'm like, no, I need my own shit. I ain't trying to be under nobody. Shit, I'm the boss, nigga. I ain't the runner.
Sure.
I ain't no little.
And so I've been following you for a while. I wanted to ask you, a couple of years ago, you kind of went like a little bit viral on Twitter. Like there, I was seeing that video of you.
Oh, you talking about the, I'll turn this bitch up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that shit happened at Langston. Shit, what happened was, if people don't know, I'm gonna explain this shit. Oh God, if you don't know what the fuck that is a female indie video. You know that's not no, as me, as a male, as a whole ass man, I'm not finna argue with no nigga on no camera. It ain't gonna be no altercation. Like, not even trying to just glorify that shit, but like what happened was, we was in a fucking dorm, and this girl slapped me on some clown shit, so I'm like, you just slapped me? Cause I don't hear female, so niggas was looking at me like, oh, you whack, you a pussy. I'm like, so if I hear the female, it's gonna look like I'm a bitch. You know, niggas gonna be you this, you that. So it's like shit, I got hit or whatever, and I just went off on her and shit. And I didn't know these niggas was recording, and niggas is funny. Cause after the video, they dropped the video. They ain't even dropped the video that day. They dropped it like a week or two on some random shit. Like it randomly dropped. Like I was in my dorm chilling, and they was like, people were DMing me and shit. They was like, bro, you on Twitter hitting it, like you going off on a girl and shit. I'm like, what is you talking about? They like, check it out. Nigga sent me the video. I went to school. I couldn't go nowhere without everybody talking about that video. To school, to the city. I'm talking about I'm going to parties and niggas was like, hey, that's little dude who he viral on Twitter. Yeah, that shit funny as hell. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just never really knew the backstory behind that. That's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, that shit wild as fuck. I just took it in like shit. Yeah, that's me.
So let's get into kind of your process as far as making music. So do you like to have a beat when you go into the studio already picked out, or do you like to just kind of feel the vibe when you get in there, or what's your beat selection process like?
Yeah, back then it used to be like that. Like I used to shit. I had some shit written, had to beat it all that. But now it's like shit. I'll just go in there, me and GQ and shit. He'll just make a beat and shit, and he'll be like, "You fuck with it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." I'm gonna either write a hook or I'm gonna just freestyle the whole song and shit. That's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? I get in there, I spark on. Shit, we just do what it do. That's just how that shit really go. We don't really even be playing. We just go to the studio and cook up.
Okay, so are you working with GQ exclusively, or is there other producers that you like to work with?
Shit, I work with anybody. It's just I've been fucking with GQ forever, and that's just the only dude I really know who had a studio. So shit, like,
It's like, is the chemistry with him already?
yeah, it's the chemistry. It's like shit. I've been working with him and shit. Every time we get in there, shit, we make magic. So fuck it, we just gonna keep working. I fuck with Fresh J. We done did some shit together. I fuck with Buddy and shit. So it is shit. I work with anybody. It's just shit. Me and GQ, we just be doing.
Okay, so you saying you don't really write beforehand? You just kind of go in the booth and whatever comes out, or what?
Yeah, or shit, like hooks, I write all my hooks, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't freestyle hooks, but like hooks, I gotta write the hook, cause shit, you gonna forget what the hook was. But like verses and shit, I freestyle the fuck out of verse. That ain't shit. That ain't nothing, I do that all the time.
And then so I just kind of want to talk about, you've had kind of a big year in 2020, you've put out a lot of work. I know we've been talking to a lot of people and kind of the pandemic and everything slowed a lot of people down, but you kind of took advantage of it. I know you put out a coronavirus song, and you put out an album and an EP. So kind of what was the drive just to go crazy? Like I feel like you really went harder this year than a lot of people.
Shit, to be honest, I feel like I ain't really hard enough. I wanted to do some more shit, but it was like the album. That was already planning on dropping the album. The EP was basically. Shit, we snowed in. Not snowed in. I'm just fuck. I mean, shit, we in a pandemic. We locked down. It ain't shit else to do. You can't go out. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out. You can't do other shit. So, shit, let's make music. Why not? Fuck it. Everybody gonna be in the house. Everybody gonna want to hear some music. So, fuck it. I'm gonna drop some more music.
For sure.
That's just how I felt about it.
For sure. It's good to take advantage of the, you know what I'm saying, make the best of the situation, because a lot of people just sat on their ass and didn't
Just ran it up. Like, I had a job, I couldn't even sit on my ass, so it's like, shit, I'm gonna just go to work. Shit, if I can get in the stew, I'm gonna get in the stew.
And then so I wanted to talk to you specifically about Spanish Fly. That's one of our personal favorites.
Appreciate that.
That's kind of like a unique sound for you. I feel like the beat was a little different. So talk about, that's a GQ beat, so talk about how that one came about.
Alright, so shit, you know, it's just regular, it's like a regular day. I'm gonna go to the studio and shit. We was just in that motherfucker, and I'm like, he made this beat. And I was like, shit, I want a guitar type beat. And he was like, alright, and then he added that shit. I'm like, oh, this some Spanish shit, like, this shit different, this shit hard. And he was like, cause GQ usually like name the beats, like when he make them.
Mhm.
So like he named the beat like Spanish Fly. So I'm like, oh yeah, we gonna name this motherfucker Spanish Fly. Even if it's not even talking about that, like even if that's fuck it, I'm gonna just name it that. And then like I think some shit happened with somebody, I ain't gonna say their name. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. And they was on some like some trolling shit. And shit, 6ix9ine the biggest troller to me. I don't fuck with 6ix9ine. So I was like, that's how these niggas be trolling like 6ix9ine. That's how that part came out. And then the 3 Deep 6ix9ine part came with it. I'm like, alright, bet. I just made all that shit wrong with 6ix9ine. And then shit, I'm like, oh yeah, we got the hook. This shit finna be hard. And then the hook just came about. And then the verses this shit. The hook got written, kinda, cause I freestyle half the hook. And then the verses, I ain't write the verses, I just got a that motherfucker just ran it. And then I was like, yeah, they gon' fuck with this. And then I made a trailer. I made a trailer to that motherfucker. And they was like, yeah, you need to drop this, like when you drop it. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna drop soon. I was gonna drop like with a video at first, like just drop it as a visual, but I'm like, no, I'm finna drop the EP. So I'm gonna just throw it on there. I dropped the EP, everybody just kept hitting me up, like Spanish Fly, that's the one on the EP, like that sound different. So I'm like, yep, I'm gonna show the video. I hit up my bro Running Good, he shoot my videos and shit. And I'm like, shit, what should we do for the video? He like, you need a poncho and a hat. So like, oh, you want some different shit. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So shit, we paid somebody to give me this poncho. I got a poncho custom made. I got a hat. I was finna put some Glocks in that bitch, but I'm like, nah. So then we found this spot. He found me this spot in Arcadia. So we drove to Arcadia and shit. They had horses. Like this girl had horses, her grandpa. They was dope to work with and shit. He was like, you know, I don't even know how to ride a horse. I don't even fuck with horses. So he taught me how to ride a horse on the video shoot. So I'm like, all right, bet. And then they was like, stand on the horse. So I'm like, man, hell no, I ain't standing on this fucking horse. Like, this a horse. Like, this motherfucker gon' take off, fuck around, break my neck. So they like, no, like, hop on it. It ain't gonna do nothing. They don't even want to move. Because it's scared of you. Like, not scared of me, but it's like, they know you ain't gonna, like, you nervous and shit. Stood on that motherfucker. The homies was with me. So they was like, y'all hop on the horses too. They like, hell no. They went hop on the motherfuckers. So they made us hop on the horses. That's how bro got in there. My nigga Teezy, NFL Teezy, shout out here, that's my brother. He was in jail at the time. And you know, he got them shirts, them NFL shirts. So we like, shit, put the bro shirt in the video. So bro go grab a shirt, we put him in the video and shit. That's how all that shit came about. And then shit, that Spanish Fly.
Yeah, the video is dope. I was gonna ask you about, like, it seems like a Wild West type, just the way
the song.
Yeah, just and the way he shot the video, it just looks like some old school, like, it's dope.
Yeah, that's how we wanted it. We wanted to switch it up on some Oklahoma shit. Cause you know, that's Oklahoma. People don't know, like, if you ain't from here, you probably think that's all the nigga about is. They probably don't even know black people out here who ride horses. Like, not knowing this niggas out here who gangbang and ride horses.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck it, I'ma just make it like, everybody fuck with horses out here and do rodeos. So shit, we gonna put a horse in the video. Like, it's gonna be some real Oklahoma shit. So that's what I'm doing.
I assumed that you just already, like, knew how to ride horses and was around horses, because that's so prevalent. Like you said, people don't really know that. Like, people be in the streets and go to rodeos every weekend. Like,
yeah, I used to, like, that's the thing. I like got family who ride horses, family that go to rodeos. Like, I used to go to rodeos, but it's like people don't know. Like, when we used to go to rodeos and shit, niggas would be fighting, niggas would be shooting this shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, it's wild as hell, cause like you think people go to rodeo, people just gonna be out there having a good time and shit. Hell no, it's niggas out there locking, niggas out there getting jumped and shit. I'm watching niggas like, all these niggas having a big ass ride, a rodeo. Like, that shit wild as hell. And this when we was like kids and shit. So it's like, nah. I start fucking with the rodeos. They start getting too active. And plus, that shit ain't for me. I like to get fresh and shit. I like to wear Jordans and shit. I ain't finna be fucking up my shoes or this dirty ass. Nah.
I feel you. And then so you said Running Gun is doing all your videos now?
No, like he shot like a majority of my shit. He shot like what, 2 or 3 of them. I be working with like, I be trying to work with anybody down here on the visual side. But it's like shit, most of y'all I be hitting up, y'all be on some, y'all be too busy not trying to respond. So I was like, fuck, I could hit up Running Gun. He gonna have my shit done in a week. Like that's why I fuck with, but like I could have my shit shot Monday. He ready to drop Friday. That's why I was just like, I start fucking with bro and shit.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you because you have worked with a lot of other people. So what is that like a conscious decision, or is that just kind of trying to figure out like somebody who you work well with?
It's kind of like all of them. I work well with anybody. It's just like I like bro turning around too though. That's another thing, y'all. Like I know a lot of niggas out here don't be trying to pay either, but like. If somebody really out here trying to pay, like really trying to fuck with you on that turnaround, like some people want that shit done quick, so shit, niggas need that. If they paying you, fuck with them on the turnaround, cause some niggas, it's gonna be 2 or 3 weeks, like no, I'm trying to get my shit back right now, like a couple days. But I understand how it be though, so I don't just be knocking people and shit. I know people be having other people's videos to edit and shit.
Alright, so let's what's next, man? What do you got coming up? You got any dates, anything you want to promo, anything you want to give us?
I ain't really got no dates, but I'm gonna just say this month I'm dropping. I'm gonna just say that. I ain't got no specific date, but like I'm gonna drop some shit. I got some singles and shit I want to get off. Nothing major, just some shit I want people to hear. Cause you know it's like I just need to drop some music.
Yeah, for sure. So you're gonna try to drop something in November?
Yeah, for the year end type of shit.
Okay. As far as like just the songs, you shoot videos, what
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, it's really visuals. I'm waiting on. I already got the songs and shit.
Okay. So you got titles or anything you want to give us? Can't say too much.
07 Gucci, that motherfucker finna be hard. That's all I'm gonna say. I got a song called 07 Gucci. Fuck with that.
Okay.
That's the only song I'm gonna just let people know about.
Was that with Bob?
Nah, that's just some. I found the Gucci beat from back in the day. He hopped on. I just hopped on that motherfucker and went in on some other shit.
Alright, so what would you say the long term goal is? Like as far as 5-10 years down the road, where do you see yourself?
Shit, if it ain't music wise, it's gonna have to be like owning a business. But like music wise, I can see myself if I'm doing music that long. If it ain't, probably trying to do production. I always wanted to get into like making music, like beats and shit. I just never knew how. But if I learn how to do shit like that, I'm gonna be doing both. But shit, really like shit, niggas trying to get this money, trying to be big off this shit.
Sure. Yeah, man. That's all I got. I appreciate you sitting down with me. Like I said, I've been following you a long time.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, your music is dope, man. So
Appreciate it. Much love.
ready to hear some new shit from you. Appreciate you sitting down with us, man. We're here with Richy.
All right. It's young Richy from Midwest City, and I'm giving you the OakA.